Hello and welcome back to the Madman's Boohook Club.
No.
See, no good names work. See, it's a combination of book and who.
Yes.
I can't just say who club because, like, what? Who? Whose club? Welcome back to our continuously unnamed book club, where we review some Doctor Who books, or at least the audio books. I'm joined here with Professor Pixel.
Hello.
And we are back here with another one with Caged, the 67th novel. Jesus Christ, 67th novel in the BBC New Series Adventures range. It is one of the three of the, essentially, the 15th Doctor's era of this range. It is written by Una McCormack, and it is narrated, or read by, Bonnie Langford, aka Melanie Bush herself, and stars the 15th Doctor and Ruby. Now, what's the summary of this book? Are aliens ever abducted by aliens? And if they were, would anyone believe their story? When the Doctor and Ruby arrive on Cavia, they meet a gentle local who is certain that she has been taken for study by creatures from the stars. The Doctor is concerned to find mysterious meteors appearing in the sky, while strange robotic creatures crowd the forest, watching everything and waiting for... what? Who is interested in Cavia and why? What is the sinister truth of the abductions? The Doctor and Ruby must discover the secrets of this mysterious world, and those who would seek to destroy it. Now, this book was released in hardback on the 27th of June of 2024. But the audiobook version, which is what we both listened to, was released on the 1st of August. Complete and unabridged by BBC Audio, and as we said earlier, read by Bonnie Langford. Now, Caged. We're going to go full spoilers in this story. Pixel, as always, what are your thoughts on Caged?
Sucked. Hated it. No, actually. So... while I remember our last book club not going so well, mostly because I didn't care about the story, I was very interested in this story. It starts out with us following Chimichar, and they're basically like giant space guinea pigs.
Yeah, that's how they're described.
Yeah,
it's like giant space guinea pigs.
They're all cuddly and cute. It's like Care Bears.
They have like really sharp claws.
Wow, really sharp claws, but they don't use it for anything. They have no reason. They're all friendly, except one gets abducted. The others don't believe her. So she figures, you know what? I gotta go see if I can find these strange aliens that took me. We have this whole political thing going on with the Great Experiment and these other aliens that pick up these gerbils and they experiment on them. They talk. They understand one another. They're able to communicate. And I don't think there's something saying, oh, it's the TARDIS communicating. No. For some reason they can go ahead and communicate. And they're always like, nope, no other intelligent life exists in this universe. Except us, our color changing, Well,
remember, the thing is, they created them. Because the reveal in the story is that what's the species name? It's like started with an I.
I can't tell you.
But they're like, I think they're described as like octopus, like cephalopods.
I imagine like color-changing Pleakleys from Lilo and Stitch. That's what I imagine.
They're described as like kind of like cephalopods. This race, they wanted to meet new life. It just never happened, so they're just like, all right, screw it, we give up. Why don't we just like create something? So they created a world, and life bloomed from it, and then they would watch over and experiment on it.
Yep.
So no, they didn't really meet new life. They just created it and were just like,
Yeah, but again,
but then someone leaked it because it was as it's revealed, the project was ended quite some time ago, but the people on the planet just continued it because they wanted to. and footage of it came out, and the populace of their homeworlds are starting to think, aliens, we've met new life, and it's being withheld from us.
Yeah.
This is going to be good or bad. Riot, protests.
Yep. And honestly, that part of it was not the exciting part for me. I enjoyed Chimichar and her great journey. She was adorable, and you know what? I loved those weird armadillo things that they had to go ahead and
the rollers.
The rollers that they've just been living with. But as soon as the Doctor and Ruby land on this planet, and the Doctor and Ruby, I really think that who did you say wrote this one?
Una McCormack.
She did a great job getting just their vibe down. I did like towards the beginning the Doctor quickly getting bored. There's a mention in here about family, and the Doctor, again, one of those themes that does happen in this past season. It's mentioning family. He gets kind of sad and thinking about it for a second, and then just pushes forward. You're gone. Okay. And he focuses on the adventure. I think that overall, whenever it came to when the Doctor was there, my attention was right there. Same with Ruby and Chimichar. But those aliens that went ahead, and I just couldn't, because you have the one that's like, no, our experiment is failed. Our experiment must cease. We must destroy it all.
We need to kill them, like the meteor that killed the dinosaurs on Earth.
We must destroy them. What are you doing? No. Yeah. So that whole thing wasn't my favorite part. I really did enjoy the overall brunt of this story, though. I really liked Caged.
Yeah. For me, I would agree. I really enjoyed this story. I do think it does take a while to get started. I don't know if that's because, like, if I read it as a book, that's how it would just be. But it does take a while to, like, get the plot running at the start of this novel. But after that, it just keeps going. It's really good. Yeah, Chimichar and her species, it's great, fantastic. Yeah, the Dr. Ruby's dynamic in here is like, yeah, straight off from like the TV show. It's fantastic, and no, I really enjoyed the story, and I think it also helped with I haven't listened to a lot of like either like short trips or interludes that Bonnie Langford has done for Big Finish, but Bonnie Langford reading this, she's fantastic. She's really good in the role, and it's like, I don't want to compare to Millie Gibson, because for Millie Gibson that was her first time doing it in Ruby Red, but like Bonnie Langford, you know, she's done voice acting for quite some time, especially with Big Finish, so a bit more fleshed out and has a bit more range there. But like, yeah, her performance, like reading this novel, is really good and kept me engaged with the story. I was tempted to stay up at night to finish this story. I was like, no, I need to sleep, so I'm halfway through it. I'll listen to it. I'll finish it the next day. I'll finish it in the morning. But everything about the story, like, yeah, aside from the kind of like slow start, it's a very solid story. And I wanted to look because this isn't a first timer for Una McCormack. She's done stuff in the new series adventures before. Have I read them? Probably not. She did one of the Time Lord Victorious books, like the main series, not the branching stuff, or Flesh is Grass, which I think was the end, which is the second book. And then she's done stuff for Big Finish as well. So she's she's a known name in Doctor Who. But no, I think, you know, characters were solid. Story was solid. it kept me hooked, kept me engaged. Bonnie Langford's reading of it, very engaging, very good. Yeah, I thought this was fantastic. I really enjoyed this story.
Okay.
Not much I can say about it. It's just good. It's a good story. I kind of wish I did buy this physically.
Me
The actual novel itself.
Well, I wasn't as big of a fan of the cover of this book. I do gotta admit that.
Yeah, the cover is a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit simple. It's the Doctor and Ruby, and I'm going to assume that's the rollers in the back.
I guess
it's one of the rollers in the. It's definitely not the Chirachar. It's definitely not Chirachar or her species. It's not a cute little guinea pig. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be one of the rollers of the cover. The cover, the art looks nice. I know a lot of people were saying, "Oh, that's AI art," but no one proved it. I think so. I don't know.
Sadly, that's just a claim that you can make now.
That's just a claim you can make without proof.
Yeah.
But no, the cover's just simple. I still think the one for Ruby Red, I think I liked a bit more. The cover. I'm trying to remember what the cover for the other one was.
I think I like that one. Eden, whatever it is, it's coming.
I'm blanking
Eden
on
Rebellion, which honestly, if this story was just slightly different and like one of their worlds, maybe half of the world was rising up against the aliens, Eden Rebellion would make a lot more sense for this story than Caged. But yeah, I think.
Oh, you're just going off like title.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I guess, but it wasn't. I wouldn't really say it's a rebellion because they didn't really know. Like Chirachar species didn't know this. That's the whole point. Is that they didn't know that they were created essentially. Their whole world was created and they were being observed. So it's not really much of a rebellion until they learned that their world was going to be destroyed, so that the species that created them can make a home for themselves.
Or you could say that the fact that the rebellion is over the planet, which is basically a large Garden of Eden kind of scenario. It's paradise. It's everything, and there's a rebellion brewing because they have made Eden. They're leaving it there. But I don't know. I just don't see Caged working here because they don't really keep them in cages. They keep them in the world, observe them.
What would we know?
8. I think 8 is a good ranking for this.
For this one, 8. I would agree. 8 out of 10 for this book. I would definitely recommend this.
Yep.
To people that read.
Who the fuck reads?
Yeah, I'm gonna recommend this to an illiterate person. Yeah.
Chimichar.
But no, yeah. 8 out of 10 from the two of us. So definitely go check out this book. Whether if you want to get the physical copy, which is currently only in hardback, or if you want to go to Audible and listen to the audiobook version read by Bonnie Langford. I think either one is fine. Yeah. Honestly, either one is fine. I'm going to be a bit more lenient to the audiobook version because I just really liked Bonnie Langford's reading of this. It is really good. And a differentiating between characters. Like, I would say that when she does the Doctor and Ruby, that I feel like there's not much of a difference, but then when she does the other characters, like Chirachar and the main antagonist, whose name unfortunately I'm blanking on because
Excellent.
A lot of that species had very similar kind of like names. So, but like, yeah, the antagonist is like
yes, I concur.
Yeah, it has a very distinct voice that Bonnie gives to that character. So, yeah, go listen to the audio version of this, the audiobook version,
or just buy the book. Either way, as long as you get to experience this story, that's the key.
That's true. And that is it for our review of Caged Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure to check out any of our previous videos and to tune into our weekly live stream. We'd greatly appreciate that. And we will see you all in the next one. Alonzi, Geronimo, Fantastic, whatever the 12th Doctor says.
Don't be lasagna.
Whatever the 13th Doctor says.
Pam.
14th Doctor would also say Alonzi.
Alonzi!
And 15th Doctor would be Babes.
Babes. Goodbye,
babes.
babes.
Late
Alonzi,
babes.